So now you have some completed Campaign Year 2012 contribution forms, and you want to take all that great information on that paper sheet and put it into a database so you can recall that information in the future. This will really help you organize anything you need to do with the Democratic Party in your county. The first thing you need to do to get started is go up to your web browser, and you want to get in there and go to votebuilder.com, which is one word. So when you get to Vote Builder, you're going to see this login page. You will already have been assigned a username. You can tab down to the password. If this is your first time logging into Vote Builder, you will have been given a temporary password, and you'll put it right here. Then you want to click Login. The very first time you log in, you will type that temporary password where the cursor is blinking. And then you want to tab down and create your own password, something that you can remember and meets all the requirements in the box above. Keep in mind that this password has to be changed every 30 days while you're thinking up your new password. Once you've got it, type it in right here. And then tab down and they'll ask you to confirm your new password. And after you get goods up here in this section, you're going to want to save. Also, the very first time you log in, you are going to have to give a little bit of information to Vote Builder so they'll know who you are. Anywhere you see these red asterisks, you have to fill in the information. And even though there's not an asterisk, you have to include at least one phone number over here in this section. So I'm going to do that right now. And also in Vote Builder, instead of clicking like this on every single section, you can just tab right to the next section. You can just tab right up to this next section. And you can see in phone numbers in Vote Builder, after you do the area code, it skips over to the next field automatically. You don't have to click or tab. So once you have at least one phone number up here, feel free to add others if you'd like. If not, you're ready, so just click Save. The first time you get to database, after your first login, you will be on this blue-gray screen, which is the My Voters folder tab. Kind of looks like the tab of a folder right here. But to do our data entry, we're going to want to make sure we're over in the My Campaign folder tab, which is kind of the gold-yellow color. So now we're ready to get started. The first step is, you might want to scroll down a little, or you might not, depending on what you're used to. You're going to click on the words Form View. When that opens up, you're going to click on the words Enter Data Using Custom Built Form. No, excuse me, you're going to click on Enter Data Using Form View. Then you're going to want to click the dot to the left of Use Auto Match. Click Next. The form we are going to be putting in here is going to be the TDCCA merchandise form. You are a volunteer entering data. You are going to click on the calendar anywhere that you'd like to put the date of the date you are entering the information. Then for canvas type, just to keep something consistent statewide, we're going to use meeting, because there is no merchandise or gear selection. So to be consistent throughout the state, we're going to click on Meeting and then click Next. And here we go. This is our form that corresponds to the contribution form you have on a piece of paper. Once again, you are going to look at the information on the paper, click the corresponding date on the paper, name. Here we go, the same as in the very beginning. You can just tab right over to the next field when you're in Vote Builder. And obviously this is not real information, so I don't want you to try and find me. Then we're going to just tab right down to any phone numbers the person has filled out on the contribution form. They may have put 2 phone numbers. If they haven't put the 3rd, you can just tab through these boxes, leave them blank, go down to occupation. Type in the occupation that's on the contribution form. If they've given you an employer, you can type here. If they haven't, you can just tab down to the next spot. This is where you're going to have to look back to your contribution form and see if any of these boxes are selected. Any of these boxes right here may or may not be selected on your contribution form. So we'll just make something up here and assume this person has signed up to volunteer on Tuesday evenings, and what they like to do is office work, and they are also needing a ride to the poll. One great thing about entering data here is you can undo anything you've done. It's not saved until you click the word save. So I'm going to put that back real quick. Then we're going to go over to this section right here, which corresponds to total donation on your contribution form. Most of the time it's going to be less than $50, but if you get greater than 50, that's awesome. Once you've completed everything there, down here in the notes field or box, to try to have some consistency across the state, we are going to put the total donation amount with the $sign in this box. So if you've sold 1 bumper sticker at $1.50 and 1 yard sign at $5, right here you would enter $6.50. I hope all of this is clear. I'll scroll up and let you review the form one more time. When you feel like you've gotten all the data from the paper to the database, refer back to your paper form, and at the bottom right corner you will see data entered into VB, which stands for Vote Builder. Check that little box right there, and that way when things get busy we'll know that that piece of paper has been entered into the database. If you have more sheets to enter data from, click Save Next, or if you are completely finished for this time, you would just click Save. I'll show you what Save Next looks like. You do not have to do all the steps in the beginning. Once you've done that once in your session, you'll be ready to do the next sheet. So all that's very simple. If you're ready to end your session, that's when you would click Save. And everything you've typed in is now available for recall in the Vote Builder database. When you're completely finished, go up here to the top right corner, click this word in white, Log Out, and there you have it. It's not that hard. There's a lot of steps, but you can do it. Congratulations.